Yo guys, what's up? Obviously just talked about the Flyers, but I want to talk a little bit about, despite the Eagles not being in it, it's still huge. Talk about the NFL playoffs and what went on last weekend heading into this weekend. Last weekend, the games, aside from New England, Denver, were phenomenal. I mean, San Francisco, New Orleans, you can't beat that. Going back and forth the last couple possessions. Darren Sproles breaking that big run. Then Vernon Davis playing like an absolute freak and just taking over. It was phenomenal. I loved. That was definitely my favorite game of the weekend. First off, great to see the Saints lose. Hate the Saints. Hate Drew Brees. I know I'll probably catch a lot of flack for this, but I can't stand Brees. I'm just sick of him. And I'm just so sick of everyone worshiping the Saints. Their defense is average at best. I just think that San Francisco is a much better team. I was glad to see them come out on top. And they'll be facing, as it comes as a big surprise to me, certainly. And, I mean, obviously, probably not the Giants fans, 'cause even though, they'll never admit it. Everyone thought the Packers were going to take that game easy. But props to the Giants. They came in, won on the road at Lambeau. Eli Manning, proving himself to be one of the elite QBs in the league. Never thought I'd say that the way his career started off, but he's turning into one hell of a quarterback. And they got pressure on Rodgers. Their defense just played really well, and even though a couple of the calls might not even went their way, they could have won by even more. You never know. But so that should be an interesting matchup. As far as that one goes, San Francisco against the Giants, it's not bias. I just think San Francisco is going to take it. I think their defense is way too strong. Green Bay's defense was, I kind of think it wasn't that great this year. I mean, years past, last year during the Super Bowl run, it was pretty solid. But I think that San Francisco, their defense is going to cause a lot of problems for the Giants. And even if the Giants are able to score, I don't know if they're going to be able to stop the 49ers. Granted, I know it's Alex Smith, but Alex Smith has had a great year. I'm not going to lie. He's definitely impressed me and proven that he deserves to be a starting quarterback in this league. Frank Gore, if he can establish the running game, and if they can just keep the pass going, and have a similar week to what they had last week with Vernon Davis, Crabtree, all those guys coming up and making plays, they've got a shot to win for sure. I think it will be a close one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take San Francisco. I'm gonna take them 24-17 in a close one. I think a game that's gonna definitely be won in the fourth quarter. But then we flip to the AFC. You have Patriots destroyed Denver. Unfortunately, it didn't end. Wasn't a happy ending for Tebow, but Brady just adding to his arsenal, just cementing his legacy, so to speak. He's just phenomenal. I mean, I hate the guy, and I hate every team from Boston. I hate the Patriots. I'm still bitter from 2004 with the Eagles in the Super Bowl, so I mean, I'll never be on the Boston bandwagon, that's for sure. But Tom Brady, best quarterback in the NFL right now. I don't care what Rodgers has done. I don't care what anybody's done at this point. I take him over Breeze. I take him over Rodgers. I take him over Eli Manning. I take him over all of them. Brady's a hell of a quarterback, and he just got it done. They could have won by 70 if they wanted to, really. But then they will be facing the Ravens, who barely squeaked one out against the Texans, the TJ Yates-led Texans. I mean, I know it's not a game of ifs, but if Matt Schaub is in there, I think Texans win that game. Joe Flacco didn't play well. I mean, he had 2 touchdown passes, but the one was from the 1-yard line. He hit Chris Wilson in the end zone. But in the second half, they had so many chances to widen the lead, get up by they could have been up by at least 2 touchdowns, but just couldn't seem to get away from Houston. But finally, Ed Reed with that key interception at the end, sealing the deal for him. But that's going to be tough for them going up to Foxborough, facing... I mean, the Patriots' defense isn't great. Their secondary's... It's pretty awful, to be honest, but Joe Flacco, unless he just brings his A game and just has a phenomenal day, I don't see them beating the Patriots. I really don't. As much as I'd like to see that, I just don't think that Flacco can step up and be a good enough quarterback to lead his team to victory unless they need to establish a run with Ray Rice. I didn't think they ran enough with him last week. They need to do more of that. And the Baltimore defense have to get after Tom Brady all day long if they win a chance. Put pressure on him. Get Terrell Suggs. Get everybody. Get Nada. Get in his face. That's really all there is to it. And I mean, granted, the Baltimore defense is one of the better defenses in all the NFL, but Tom Brady is Tom Brady at the end of the day, and I can't go against that. I think it's going to be a 49ers Patriots Super Bowl, and if it's a Patriots Giants Super Bowl, if I'm wrong and the Giants win, I'm gonna puke. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that shit again. We saw it in 2007. Not gonna lie, it felt dirty, but I had to root for the Giants against the Patriots, especially with all the Spygate and everything. I hate the Patriots, but I don't know if I could root for the Giants again. I don't know if I could root for either team. I'm hoping they both lose. 49ers, Ravens, the Harbaugh Brothers Super Bowl. That's what I hope it comes down to, but I think that it's going to be Patriots, 49ers, and that would be a great Super Bowl. Prolific offense versus a very prolific defense. I think that would be one that a lot of people would enjoy, and it'd just be kind of a fun game to watch. So I'm going with a San Francisco, New England Super Bowl, and then after that, then we'll have the off season, and finally we can start talking about Eagles again. Talk about the NFL draft, which, as you know, I'm a diehard draft fan. Definitely be breaking it down. Might not be doing it live on draft day, but I'll definitely be breaking it down, watching, and yeah, so should be a lot of fun. Football winding down, getting into the guts of the hockey and basketball season. Baseball, Phillies right around the corner. Spring training, I believe, is a month from today, pitchers and catchers. So that's something to get psyched about. A couple weeks, I'll probably start talking some Phillies too. Kind of analyze the off-season and what's expected of them and what I think is going to happen this year. So I remember I used to fight with all the Mets fans on here, hoping to talk to you guys again, getting some little clashes, and it'll be fun. So I'm very excited. But that's pretty much all I got for now. Even though they're not in the playoffs, even though they have no shot, they had a bad season. As always, go Birds!